It's time for Respect the Process, a short chat about commercial filmmaking. Here's your host, director Jordan Brady.
Welcome, filmmakers, advertising creatives, anyone with an interest in the process of making commercials and stories for brands. Commercials. We are celebrating Jake Brady's birthday today. It's March 18th, 2026. I have loved Jake Brady since 1994. We could not do the show without you, Jake. And listeners, he listens to every word. He does not magically edit with AI, although we use a little AI to help out the guest with a subpar microphone. Jake's listening to all of it, editing, taking out Dad's repeated stories from over the years. We've been doing this show since 2013. We're happy that you joined us. So I asked Jake, and I love you, Jake. I said, Jake, give me your top 10 episodes. Doesn't have to be in order. From the last few years, just recent episodes that you think listeners would enjoy if they missed it or going back, and why. So here we go. Jake, you may want to put in some sort of drum roll or a sound effect or something, or maybe not. Number 10, Courtney Marsh. Her episode is one of the funnier ones I've heard, says Jake. I love how one of her pieces of advice was connected to how she had a trustworthy cameraman named Mario. She encourages people to have their version of such a film commercial crew-based relationship, and I liked her journey from camera woman to director. Love Courtney. Love Courtney. Number 9, Quinn Katherman. Like Courtney's, her episode was hilarious. She explains the process behind her Sonic spots, starring two guys bantering with each other. She also really keeps it real, says Jake. Number 8, Chris Salter's Part 2. As a fellow editor, I could relate at least a decent amount to what he had to say when it came to editing at Sawtooth. That's Chris's company. I don't work there myself, Jake reminds me, yet the editing process he spoke of sounded familiar to my own. And he had great audio during his interview. Kudos to Chris for a professional setup, says Jake. Number 7, Chris Salter's Part 1. Okay, well, same thing applies. Number 6, Michael Patrick Jann. MPJ, we call him for short. It was sweet to hear that he donates to the families who were affected by the Pasadena and Altadena fires in California, and it was interesting to hear that he made a movie based off an old educational computer game called The Oregon Trail. He knows why people love going to the movies, by the way. Number 5, oh my goodness, Jake, I'm so happy you picked this comedy directing team. They happen to be married. Number 5, Morgan and Nick. Jake says, I like that they had a different take on the 3 R's. I teach the 3 R's, the real, the relationship, and the revenue. The 4th R is repeat business, by the way, but we're not going to get into that. Jake says, I found it fascinating how they were among the few duo directors, and they are married. Usually you see siblings as duos, not a married couple, but I like it. Number 4, Elana Barkowski. I like her approach of focusing more on helping the creative in the commercial making. Number 3, JJ Adler. Wow, this is like 5 women in our top 10. Morgan and Nick being a team, so half woman. Not that Morgan's all woman, Nick is all man, but in the context of we have 11 people because there's only one team. Anyway, number 3, JJ Adler. Her Manscaped Balls commercial is funny and reflected in her personality. She was an overall joy to listen to. Like my dad, she draws her own animatics for her commercials. Number 2, Pat Finn. Oh my gosh. R.I.P. to one of the greatest improv and comedy actors of all time. This is true. Pat was hilarious both in commercials that Dad directed him in and movies he was in, and during this interview. He was a good friend, and I'll miss him. Yeah, I'll just add to that, Jake, that Pat was so encouraging listeners when Jake was doing improv at the Improv Olympic, which was Pat's home club here in L.A. He's from Second City in Chicago, but out in L.A. he did a very popular, like a 30-year-long improv show. It was not one show that was 30 years long, but like they did it every month. And I remember how he said, Jake, you found your home. And number one that Jake is recommending in his recent top 10, Craig Melville. I mean, hey, Jake says, he made a commercial for the cool video game called Dead Island 2. I liked his explanation of getting the gig, the journey to get the job, and generally, I love any talk of video games, so why wouldn't I pick this episode? Well, there you go, Craig Melville. Wow, what a fantastic filmmaker Craig is. He has the Australian accent. He's a filmmaker retreat and boot camp alumni. So I think he has some testimonials I'll be posting soon. But what a great guy, and just what a wonderful attitude he has towards it's solution-based filmmaking. I think all of the top 10, great choice, Jake. Great choices. Everyone in the top 10 is solution-oriented. It's not complaining about the script or the budget. It's about making it the best.
Hi, it's me, Jake, the editor. You probably know Commercial Directing Film School offers in-person boot camps and online courses. But did you know my dad does one-on-one consultations? Yeah, he does. So, now you know, okay? Anyway, now back to this enthralling interview.
Speaking of the Filmmaker Retreat, it is October 1st through the 4th. You arrive on a Thursday afternoon, you leave Sunday morning with a transformative experience under your belt. You just bring a sensible shoe and get to Joshua Tree, and everything is covered. Your lodging, the wonderful semi-catered meals that we have. I work with Chef Dave at the Retreat Center in Joshua Tree to get it's really good food. Really good food. And we have all of our meals together. So we have curriculum that I put together that I hone every boot camp, every retreat, because you got to stay up to date. I do an onboarding call one-on-one with each filmmaker that attends so that I can custom tailor the material to the cohort. We go into Joshua Tree on a party bus on Saturday. Saturday night's the faux fire pit. The fire marshal has never allowed us in the past 4 years to have an actual fire, so I bring a faux fire, and it provides the same communal experience. And what's great? Like last year's cohort, we have a text chain, a group chat, and people are helping each other, hooking people up with craftspeople and agencies and getting comments on cuts and things. There's a Google Doc from a year or two before. Everyone said, Jordan, why don't you do a Facebook group? Because I don't have the bandwidth and I'm barely on Facebook. My point is that people in the cohort stay in touch, make stuff together, like Dave and Johnny shooting commercials together, Johnny and Machek shooting stuff together. It's a community that hopefully will last a lunchtime. No, longer than a lunchtime. It'll last a lifetime. Okay, that's it. That's Jake's Top 10. Thank you, Jake. Happy birthday. Love you, man. Listeners, thank you. I will put links to the episode. No, I won't. You know what you do? You Google their name. Their name is going to show up in the transcript. I'll put it in the show notes. And you just Google their name and respect the process. Like if you put Quinn Katherman and Jordan Brady, the episode's going to show up, and then you can go to iTunes or Spotify or my website. Okay, hope all's well. DM me if you have any questions about the Filmmaker Retreat. Yes, there will be Magic Mind supplied for everyone for all the days. Okay, talk to you later, everybody.
Commercial Directing Film School's mission is to help filmmakers direct commercials professionally. With online courses and in-person boot camps, we demystify the process to get you to the next level, all taught by your accessible mentor, filmmaker Jordan Brady.
True Gentleman Industries. We make commercials.